Hey everybody, it is Josh. Welcome to the Landlord Harassment Channel. Now, you guys have heard me say in other videos when I talk about things like conflict and things of that nature that I believe in being a man about your business. And that includes in physical confrontations. So, if somebody beats me up, I don't believe in calling the police on them. I don't believe in reporting them to the school if I'm going to college. I believe in accepting it like a man, and then if you want to fight them again, so be it. Otherwise, if you want to sit down like gentlemen, so be it. But you handle your business like a man. You don't be a wuss and run to professors and run to cops and all that sort of stuff. And I firmly believe in that. You guys have heard me talk, but I'm going to show you in a minute where I'm a hypocrite, okay? Because there is one place in this world where I become a total frickin' wussbag. And that place is the doctor's office. So I went to the doctor today. Now, excuse me, I had to adjust my chair. Went to the doctor today and, got nervous as usual. Almost like had a cowering head and everything. There was like this new nurse girl that I had not seen in there before. I forget what her name is. But she was really nice. She had like purple hair and stuff. But I've been trying to remember her name. I think it starts with a Y. Anyway, she was really cool, but she knew I was nervous because the whole thing was they were checking my heart rate through my finger and everything like that. So I told her I didn't want to know my blood pressure because I'm just like nervous. And it turns out I have a really good blood pressure. And so me and her chat for a while, and then the doctor comes in and we just have like a really good conversation, and I'm doing everything right because I'm sticking to my diet. And I'm just on a long road, and I have to keep telling myself that I've got a long road ahead, even though I've already come down the road a long way. You see what I'm saying? But the doctor's office is the one place where I become a wuss. It is. That's the one place where I am unwilling to pick these up and fight when somebody's bullying me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there's things about my body that I probably just don't want to know. I know physically that I have been eating completely healthy for 19 months now. Just celebrated 19 months last week. But there's just that part of your emotional subsystem that says, what if something's wrong? What if you have high blood pressure anyway because you've got some disease you don't know about or blah, blah, blah. But that just goes to show you that's the one place in the world that I'm a total wuss is the doctor's office. I freely admit that. That's how it is. I don't think I'll ever get over that. But either way, everything turned out good. So now I have a total of 132 pounds off. I was 501 or 502 in May of 2021. Right now, it's December 6th of 2022, and I am at 370, or just over 371. So, 130 pounds. Everything else is good, and I'm relieved and I'm happy. And I want people out there to know, and I've said this in my other videos, that I'm not that inspiring of a guy. I mean, I am because I've taken this long road. But the thing is, I only follow 2 rules when it comes to my health. Just 2. That's it. No preservatives and no additives. That's it. And you can actually condense those into one rule and just say no preservatives and additives and make them one rule. I personally turn them into 2 rules. But either way, no preservatives or additives. When I buy a can of chicken, I look at the ingredients in the can. If that can says anything except for the chicken, salt, and water, I don't buy it. All right? You're not... All those ingredients that you can't pronounce that are in 90% of the foods that are in the grocery stores, Those are the things that hurt you. And this is why low carb diets and low salt diets and, are nonsense. Now, I made a video like 3 months ago about your low salt uncle, right? And that was meant to be humorous. But the low salt uncle thing is true. And what I mean by low salt uncle is we all have an uncle that has high blood pressure, maybe diabetes, maybe a couple of other problems. So his doctor tells him it's the salt. Cut back on salt and you'll do better. And then they put him on a couple blood pressure medications. So your low salt uncle, what he does is he goes home, and for the next couple of years, he eats the exact same way that he's been eating for the last 40 or 50 years, except he just doesn't put salt on his food no more. He cuts the salt out. And then he wonders why his blood pressure is still high when he goes back to the doctor's office a couple years later. Why hasn't he lost weight? Why is his blood pressure still high? Why is he still a stroke risk? It's because the low salt diet is a freaking myth. Your body needs salt. When a doctor tells you that potato chips, for example, are, like say a bag of Doritos, when the doctor tells you that Doritos are bad for you and they say it's because of the salt, it's not true. I don't want to say they're lying because they might not actually know. You have to know you're lying in order to lie. But the thing is that the salt is the only redeeming thing on that potato chip. That's the only thing that has any health value whatsoever. It's literally everything else on that potato chip that causes you problems, causes you to gain weight, causes your blood vessels to contract, and so on. Have you ever looked up at the back of a bag of Doritos and any other chip and read the ingredients? Almost all of it is crap you can't pronounce. Those are the chemicals and preservatives and additives that I'm talking about. And those are the things that cause bad health. Same with carbohydrates. Your body needs carbohydrates. When you go on a low-carb diet and you were like eating fast food before, you're actually hurting yourself even worse because the carbs were one of the few healthful things about those McDonald's meals that you were consuming. But people think they can just go low carb and still eat greasy, preservative-laden crap. It doesn't work like that. And this is why people fail on diets, because what they do is they go on diets. So they get the diet version of whatever it is they were eating before. Diet cheeseburgers, diet French fries. Like, how are you going to have a diet French fry? Anyway, it's not the fry itself is actually healthy. All fries are potatoes that are cut up. What makes French fries healthy at McDonald's unhealthy is that they're injected with a bunch of preservatives and then they're deep fried. That's it. If you made French fries at home, you just cut up some potatoes and cooked them in the oven and poured salt in them, they'd be perfectly healthy. It's just heating up potatoes. But when you add all the preservatives that they add to it, that's where it gets bad. And then the deep frying and everything. And another thing, those preservatives and those chemicals are designed to make you want more and more of those same preservatives and chemicals. And this is another reason why people who go on diets, they end up falling off their diets because they eventually realize that the stuff they're eating is just a cheap knockoff of the stuff they were eating before. And I kind of agree with them. If you're going to eat stuff that's full of preservatives and chemicals, you might as well eat the real stuff. You might as well have an actual McDonald's burger as opposed to a diet burger. The McDonald's burger at least is going to taste better and give you some pleasure. But that's not what it's all about, man. It's not about cutting out carbs, salt, any of that crap. You know, the truth is that you eat the same stuff when you're eating healthy as you do when you're eating unhealthy. Let me give you the McDonald's example again. What do you usually get when you go to McDonald's? Maybe a double burger with cheese, some French fries, and I don't know, some kind of a side, some other kind of a side. Well, you're getting all four food groups there. You're getting your bread group, you're getting your meats, you're getting your dairy with your cheese, and you're getting your vegetables with your potatoes. All those things were healthy, are healthy in and of themselves, and all those foods were healthy before they were injected with all those chemicals and deep fried. I eat chicken now. I eat beef now. I just don't eat a processed version of it. When I want flavor on my food, instead of eating food that's full of preservatives, I go to the store and I buy one of the many spices and food flavorings out there that are perfectly healthy for you. There's all kinds of ways to flavor food and make it taste great without using preservatives. And I'm on a rant here today for some reason, but that, I think my thoughts are kind of jumbled today. But I'm in a good mood and I'm relieved. But that's just what it is. That's another secret. Like I just said, your diet doesn't really change when you start eating healthy. You're eating the same foods, but you're eating them the way that God intended you to make them. So you're eating chicken that is oven baked instead of chicken that is deep fried in some fryer. You're eating chicken that hasn't been injected with a bunch of stuff instead of chicken that is full of dangerous chemicals. You're eating the same food, just without the stupid chemicals. And once you get rid of all those chemicals and preservatives, you're going to get truly healthier. You're going to get truly healthier. Now, I could have been at my ideal weight already had I done the stupid low-carb diet, but I wouldn't be healthier. This way, I'm losing a bunch of weight and I'm internally healthy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to jeopardize my health by cutting carbs out of my diet or cutting salt or cutting fat out. That's incredibly stupid. So that's just all I have to say for today, man. Like, if you truly want to get healthy, there's only 2 rules to this stuff. Let me say it again. No preservatives and no additives. If you read the back of the package of your food and it has ingredients you can't pronounce, do not eat it. Get the plain stuff and flavor it with spices and seasonings. You'll have great tasting food and you won't be injecting dangerous stuff into your system. So that's all, y'all. Celebrating 130 pounds off. I have about 120 more to go to get to my ideal weight. And today proved to be a pretty good day. So that's all. Cash App's linked down below. Please show your love. Talk to you soon.